on TNT, and we have all kinds of, when Jake the Snake comes out, those of you who are afraid of reptiles may want to leave, because I am told that he has a boa constrictor with him, his favorite pet. Oh, our first guest, as a matter of fact, might bring on a rattlesnake or two. As a matter of fact, they've been likened to rattlesnakes from time to time. Would you please welcome the Funk Brothers?
Sit down, baby. Shake hands with him?
Come on, sit down, right?
Do you people know?
Have a seat, if you would, Mr.
Oh,
Funk.
yes, I will. Excuse me.
There you go.
Do you people know that this man right here is whatever happened to John Wayne and the Sands of Iwo Jima? Whatever happened to Audie Murphy and to Hellenbach or Wallace Berry and a good ship Lollipop? No, they switched all of these type of SARS, forgot about them, but this is all three of those rolled into one. This is your 1986 hero right here. Get a close-up of the hoss. Stand up.
Right here, baby.
There you go.
Look at this.
Funk Brothers, Hoss and Terry, we have some footage we're going to take you to now. As a matter of fact, footage against individuals whom you will be facing in the upcoming WrestleMania. Here we take you to the tape now of the Junkyard Dog and Tito Santana.
Santana in there now with Big Ron Shaw. There's so many exciting things going on in the World Wrestling Federation.
You know, Santana looks so much better without that gold around his waist, Gorilla.
You tried hard to get your hands on it.
Well, I told you before, if it wasn't going to be me, it would be the Macho Man. We had the plan, and it came through. And I'm not jealous.
No envy in your family.
I will say this, you know, now that Santana don't wear that gold, he has trimmed his waist down a little bit more.
Tag made, the Junkyard Dog stepping in. Whoa, headbutt right to the deltoid area. Junkyard always has a good time in there, Jess. He walks and talks and he smiles and laughs.
Constant jabbering in there, and you can never understand a word he's saying, Gorilla.
Frank Marconi yet to get into this matchup. Want to remind everybody also, Jess, of the other big happening here in the World Wrestling Federation. That is WrestleMania 2, April 7th. It's coming down. Get ready.
Yeah. That's the day I'm holding my breath to see the Gorilla come out of retirement.
You'll be holding your breath for a long time. Shaw down for the cover, but not successful as the dog powers out.
Gorilla, I think it's only fitting in the illustrious career you have that you should have an active part in a WrestleMania.
Well, I'll be there, Jess, but it'll be in a broadcast capacity.
It's kind of like bringing Jim Thorpe to the Super Bowl.
Jim Thorpe, quite a difference in age, Jess, between me and Jim Thorpe. Tito in now, wide open, Marconi, and he plants one right in there, and another one. But I can't wait for April 7th. Look out.
You know, I noticed Tito with a much more aggressive style now that he's not the Intercontinental Champion. He's bending a lot more rules out there. He's getting mean and nasty.
Well, you know, it takes it's one thing to be a champion, but it certainly, when one loses a title, it certainly affects you a great deal, but it also takes a great deal of pressure off you.
You think maybe Chico's understanding that cheaters definitely win?
Well, the Macho Man definitely cheated in getting the title. Look at this, figure four, slapped down by the former Intercontinental Champion, and that's all she wrote.
All right.
Can you tag them together
You call that legal at all, Jimmy?
Can you believe
You call it all
Stupid.
legal at all, Mountain of the
Stupid.
South? That's our opponents on April the 7th, and we're going to be in Los Angeles. But I want to tell you people one thing. I want to tell you, Ronald Reagan don't have any speeches April the 7th. And Sylvester Stallone, if you're going to Rambo around, please don't have a premiere on April the 7th, because there's only one event. That's right, close the doors, batten down the hatches. There's only one event taking place, not only in this country, not only in this state, not only in this nation, not only in this continent, but in the whole whole wide world. That's WrestleMania 2. And it's going to take place April the 7th, the biggest event of all. And oh, I can't wait for it. Do you know why? Because I am going to have a chance to pull the ears off of this jackass right here, the Junkyard Dog. You're looking at him right there. This is my brother Hoss. You're going to see us in the ring against Tito Santana and the Junkyard Dog. What could possibly be better than that? Well, I'll tell you what could be possibly better than that. You see that Burrito King, he can eat all the burritos that he wants to, and he's not going to have enough gas to get up off the mat. Do you know where I'm coming from? I'm telling you, April the 7th is the biggest and the best and the only event to go to any in the world. Did I tell him right or not?
Let me say one more thing. I've got one more thing to answer to add, Terry. The Junkyard Dog, all these people want to cheer for the Junkyard Dog. Let me tell you about the Junkyard Dog. He builds his reputation beating up on 120-pound people.
There you go.
He's done it twice.
Last time.
This is the greatest manager in the
Well, thank you very much for joining us. The Funk Brothers. All right, back with more TNT. Earlier on, we had with us as our guest the Funk Brothers, and we mentioned that the Funks are going to be in WrestleMania in Los Angeles, participating from one of the 3 locations. We hasten to add their opponents, as was brought out very clearly, Tito Santana and the Junkyard Dog. Also emanating from Los Angeles on this closed-circuit pay-per-view television event. Some other outstanding matches will include Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who will meet Hercules Hernandez. Here's one for the books, Adrian Adonis versus Uncle Elmer. And in the main event emanating from Los Angeles will be World Wrestling Federation champion Hulk Hogan versus King Kong Bundy in a steel cage matchup. But right now, if you would please welcome our next guest, Tito Santana. All right, I think you were out perhaps in the green room and maybe heard some of the comments of the Funk Brothers.
Well, Vince, to be honest with you, I was running a little late this morning, and I just got in, as a matter of fact. I didn't overhear, but I know what kind of people they are, and I know what Junkyard Dog has been going through with the Funk Brothers. Mm-hmm. Junkyard Dog has asked me for a helping hand, and he's got it.
Well, you and the Dog have had quite a bit of experience teaming up in the past as a tag team combination.
We sure have, Vince. I really enjoy wrestling with Junkyard Dog because whenever you need him to be there, I guarantee you Junkyard Dog is going to be there. Now, we're going up against probably 2 of the toughest cowboys that I've ever gone up against, and it's going to be one heck of a match, but I gave Junkyard Dog my word, Vince, and I guarantee you when we step into the ring, Dory Funk and Terry Funk have thrown insults to me. They've done all kinds of things to Junkyard Dog. The biggest match in the history of wrestling, WrestleMania 2, and it's going to take place in L.A., and millions of people are going to view this, and I guarantee you.
We have some footage now that I'm sure the Dog will long remember. Let's take you now to this videotape footage. The Junkyard Dog, I believe, against, Terry Funk. Let's take you now.
Funk now back inside. Not successful with that. I'm sure he'll go to something else immediately. If the Dog will give him a chance. The Dog is still in control. Look out, Funk hard into the corner, comes off, and now face first. Oh, look at this. And Funk turns around with a clenched fist once more. I don't think he really wants to go that route again.
I don't think so, but Funk, you know, is a wily veteran of the ring, and I think he has a game plan here for upsetting Junkyard Dog one way or the other, and he is going to follow through with it.
That's the wrong thing to do right there. He certainly didn't do his homework.
That's not much of a game plan, is it?
Absolutely not. That's playing right into the other man's ballpark. 1 count, 2 count, whoa. Dog going out after the Mega Mouth. Going out after Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart pretty quick as he comes right to the table here and down.
Get him, Terry, get him! Come on, Terry, you can get him!
And the Junkyard Dog being leveled from up on top. Aim right between between us here. Junkyard Dog flat on his back here in ringside. As the Junkyard Dog went after the Mouth of the South once more.
Well, they've destroyed everything around here.
Can't take these guys anywhere.
Oh, this place has been wrecked. Look at this everywhere.
And look at now. Funk down on a hardwood floor here in the Boston Garden. And that man right there, terrible Terry Funk, had sense enough to step back in there because the count was about to go down.
All right. There's no doubt that there's well, quite a bit of ill feeling certainly between the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and the Junkyard Dog. Mr. Hart has been de-pantsed a number of times by the dog, exposing those. Is a dog, I think, to quote the dog, I think he said those cute little red undies. But in any event, certainly you and the dog are going to have your work cut out for you against the Funk Brothers.
Without a doubt, Vince. Not only do we have to worry about the two Funks, we got to worry about Jimmy Hart and the microphone. He seems to be using that quite a bit. I'd love to get a chance to turn it around and for us to use that microphone to our advantage. Jimmy Hart, a message to you. You bring your nose in that match, and I guarantee you, either me or the dog are gonna get a hold of you. One thing we don't have to worry is our back, because I'm gonna watch his back, and he's gonna watch my back. We're gonna go after the Funks and Jimmy Hart.
All right, a little maybe difficult question for you, Tito. Since losing the Intercontinental Championship, under normal circumstances, I think it would have a tendency to bring someone down. Has that happened to you? Are you a little bit on a downer now as of late? And if you are, how do you think it's going to affect your momentum coming into the tag match?
Well, Vince, maybe it brings a lot of people down. Me, it's got my Mexican blood boiling inside, you know. I didn't lose that belt. That belt was stolen from me. I had watched Randy Macho Man Savage on prior matches, and he had never pulled anything from his trunks. And to hear him brag for months before that belt, he said he was going to beat me in the Boston Gardens. I had no idea what he was talking about. I know now why he was so sure about taking that belt. I guarantee you it's going to be the worst nightmare that Randy Savage has ever experienced, because I'm not going to let down.
Well, best of luck to you and the Junkyard Dog in the tag match against the Funk Brothers in WrestleMania. Tito, thanks for joining us.
Vinny.
All right. Stay with us. We'll be back with Smokin' Joe Frazier, former World Heavyweight Champion. Back with more TNT. And we mentioned earlier on some of the events that are going to be emanating from Los Angeles in terms of the Los Angeles participation in WrestleMania. Also, we have events emanating from Chicago and New York. From New York, we will see Jake the Snake Roberts squaring off against Mr. Wells. Also, the magnificent Morocco to meet Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, which should be an extraordinary matchup. And then that's certainly one I'm looking forward to is the Macho Man Randy Savage to meet George the Animal Steele. And then a most unusual event. It's going to be 10 rounds of boxing as Rowdy Roddy Piper will square off against Mr. T. And Lou Duva, one of the most active trainers, one of the most active men in boxing, is going to be in the corner of Rowdy Roddy Piper and is currently training him. And our next guest is currently training Mr. T. Would you please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest fighters of all time, former heavyweight boxing champion of the world, Smokin' Joe Frazier. What you got there, Joe? What is that?
Figure that going. This is all about that we taking on one of the guys. I want to let him know his feeling right away. See?
Oh my goodness! Look at this.
Put that his legs on his.
He's got, well, his legs are a little,
man. All bent up.
Yeah. I see. He's got, looks like maybe 8-ounce gloves on.
Yeah, that's all right.
And then, I wonder, I've always wanted to do this. I wonder what, whoop, no, we better keep that skirt down. That certainly resembles Rowdy Roddy Piper, all right? No doubt about that, and you wonder what's going to happen when he gets in the ring with your man, Mr. T. We have some footage here, as a matter of fact, from one of the recent press conferences, and Joe, we'd like to take you now and show you a little bit of videotape footage. We'll see Lou Duva along with Roddy Piper at the recent press conference. Here we go.
With an ebony behind, the A-team. That poor fella's out there. Poor Mr. T's out there, and he's doing all this stuff. He went and got Smoking Joe Frazier to come in his corner because he needs some help. He's got this guy, and he's putting this big thing together because he's got this vendetta because he could not get a hold of me last time in WrestleMania, and now he wants to box me, this crazed idiot. I watched him, and his left hand was about 6 inches below his chin. That's the first thing you ought to do, T, is take care of that. Where's Joe Frazier? You know, Joe, let me tell you something. I don't know what your coalition is with Mr. T, but if you have a coalition with him and you decide that you want to do something April the 7th and you want to jump in the ring, sir, you're going to think you're back in Manila if you try to fool with me, brother. And that ain't no joke. I got a picture here. I got a picture I want to show you here. You see, I am the last great white hope that there probably ever will be. And besides that, T, they like me a whole lot better than they like you. And this is me, of course, winning. You notice the fine bone structure in the handsome face there, don't you? I'm sure. Hey, Coach! Hey, Coach, come here, Coach. Wait a second, just hang on. Come here, Coach. No, Coach. This is my coach, Mr. Duva. Lou, I want to thank you guys. I love this coach. He's right here. I want to show you. Come here, he's training me. Aren't you sorry, T? Stands for trash, maybe, huh? You see, I got a picture of T here. Of course, after the fight when he's lost, you want to get a good close-up there of them lips here. Kind of looks like a catcher's mitt, doesn't it, huh? Doesn't it? You see, I dubbed this fight the Great White Hope against the Great Big Dope, brother, because that's just what I think of you. You want to come in there and do all kinds of things. I got an Olympic champion that I'm going to be training with. I'm coming to this man's camp, and you think you're a big shot. You know where I'd like to have this fight? Sun City, brother, because I play Sun City, and there ain't no goofing around about that. You want to be a big shot, whatever you want to do, T, whatever you want to say, you can say it. Tell me something. Is this being cool? You know what he's done this year? This year to update T's image. You know how he has, Coach, you know how he has the mohawk? Well, you can see it right here. You know how he has here and here like this? The other day I saw him, and he puts that greasy stuff in, and he permed this part of his hair. Why did you do that, you idiot? I can't understand that for a second. You're looking at a guy, look at me. Do you think I ain't caught a few? You're talking about some barroom brawler there that goes, I pity the fool. For 5 years, that's the only thing I've heard this idiot say is I pity the fool. But then again, maybe it goes with his education. I have a grade 8 education, and I'm sitting here a pure genius. Hot Rod, good luck to you. I love you, Coach.
Comments by Mr. Duva. Maybe some comments by Mr. Duva, maybe?
Oh, Mr. Duva, please.
Come right over here. Well, it's really a thrill. I mean, you know, being called, by Piper up here, this is something. I mean, I've handled the Olympic fighters, and I really feel, I'll tell you something, when he called me, I said, I got to do some homework on this guy. I've seen him wrestling, but what can he do about boxing? And I started looking at the moves he makes. Number one, I know one thing. He's got good mobility in the ring. He's got the smarts in the ring. He's got the heart in the ring. Let me tell you, I saw you throw that right hand a couple times. You can throw a pretty good right hand. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to show him a little better. I'm going to have him training with my Olympic kids. He will positively flatten. What's his name, T-Bone?
Trash. T for trash.
He will.
All right. Joe, what's your reaction to all that?
Ain't nothing much to say, it's two losers out there.
Uh-oh.
Lou Duva.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Yep, comes right off, doesn't it?
That's what we're gonna do with the guy that wears the skirts. The guy that got the dress on.
Yep.
It bothers me a man that wear a dress.
Yeah, it bothers a lot of folks. It
Wonder
does.
why you wear a dress?
Well, I'm not too sure. You wonder what's
How
going
much fight Lou Duva had?
Lou, now
He
I'm not.
probably had 10 fights and lost 50.
That's difficult to do, but of course we know you're former heavyweight champion in the world now. There's one of the greatest fighters of all time. You in the corner with Mr. T, coaching Mr. T, training Mr. T. What do you think's going to happen? Is T going to be ready for Roddy Piper?
He's gonna be in shape. We're gonna pluck.
Be plucking that chicken all to pieces.
piece by piece. What bothers me is the guy that's wearing the skirt.
Well,
That's what bothers me. I can't figure that out. Heck, a big, strong man, he got a skirt on. That bothers you.
Well, we'll find out who's bothered in the 10-round fight. Joe, we thank you very much for joining us. Smoking Joe Frazier, ladies and gentlemen, former heavyweight champion of the world. Stay tuned for Jake the Snake Roberts. Our next guest is, without a doubt, one of the most peculiar, most eccentric individuals, I think, in the World Wrestling Federation today. A relative newcomer to the World Wrestling Federation, but has all kinds of experience, and there's no doubt this man has fabulous wrestling credentials, but a little on the unusual side. Would you please welcome Jake the Snake Roberts? We call you Jake, Mr. Roberts, Snake, what?
Call me anything but friend.
Well, I guess,
Easy
baby,
enough,
that's all right. That's easy enough. Joe Frazier was out here a few minutes ago, brought us a little, what's the remnants of what was a little present, I think, with this.
Toys should be played with by children. I guess that's what you had. I don't play with toys. I don't play with anything. You know, you see, you have a lot of people that come out here and they do things, they say things, they have to come out here and scream and holler. I don't have to scream because a long time ago I learned one thing, that if a man has enough power, he can speak softly and everyone will listen. So it's much easier that way, isn't it? Think about it.
If you say so.
Serious.
In a moment, we're going to take you to some footage, and I know you'll enjoy this footage. It is footage of you in the squared circle in wrestling action. So let's take you now to Jake the Snake Roberts. We'll see him performing as he does so well thus far, by the way, undefeated in the World Wrestling Federation. Not too many can say that.
Well, you know, a lot of people, you know, Gorilla, they don't have to have big muscles. They can have what's called tendon strength. I know many people with real powerful, and they actually look thin.
Yes. Well, actually, that is the stronger. The tendon and ligament strength is so much stronger than the muscle fiber itself, Jess. You get so much more power that way. Gorillas are especially powerful. They have that long ligament strength. Plus,
and you'd know about that.
Well, I know a few things about gorillas.
They also have high potassium count from all the bananas they eat.
Jake the Snake with a hammerlock now on young Mr. Velour, who's getting an education of what it's all about here in the World Wrestling Federation. Oh, come on, ref. He's got him by the hair there.
Jake's asking, what do you say out there, boy?
Make him break the hold. He didn't make him break the hold. I have to get the rule book and have a seminar for some of these referees. Velour now just being led around like a donkey by Jake the Snake, and wide open. Oh, he blocked the right hand and delivers one of his own and an uppercut. Nelson came to fire there for a moment, but Nelson is down again.
Ooh, that was a unique little move, an arm whip right into your own clothesline.
Well, like I say, Jess, he's no stranger to the squared circle.
Wow. Beautiful reverse bulldog. He's going to get it here. 1, 2, and 3, definitely.
Very impressive victory chalked up here, and now look out. The bag about to be opened. Let's take a look at what's inside. I guarantee you it's alive because that bag was moving around.
Wow.
Oh, it comes out, the boa. Look at the size of it. Holy mackerel. A humongous boa. What's he going to do with it? Come on, referee, don't let him do that. Velour down and out of it. Well, I hope that thing doesn't decide to wrap itself around. They're not biters, but they can wrap themselves around you and literally squeeze the life out of you.
All right. Jake, the hubbub up here is we're wondering in the bag there before you don't have the same thing in that bag that you had on videotape, do you?
A close friend. The one you seen on videotape was named Damien. This one, you're not scared of snakes, are you?
Horrified.
Good, good. This one is named Lucifer. You see, ever since the beginning of time, the snake has been around. Ask Eve, right? She trusted one.
That was a different variety, I think.
Yeah, maybe. Come on out, Lucifer.
You do have something in there, then?
Oh, I promise I do.
You always carry... Oh, baby.
Come on out, girl.
And you always carry one of these with you, do you? To the ring and... I beg your pardon?
You know, the whole thing with me is intimidation. If I've got a man thinking about what's in this bag, then he's not thinking enough about me because, you see, you never turn your back on a snake. Do you? Huh? Come on. Come on. A nice little thing. I'm sure you'd like to hold it, wouldn't you? Huh?
Well, maybe a little later. Much later. But I think that... any questions here from yeah, you got one, stand up. What's your first name?
Joe.
Joe?
I'd like to ask Mr. Roberts, why do you carry the snake? Can't you get a date?
Oh!
Why don't you ask my first ex-wife that question?
Oh, okay. That's fair enough. Question from you, sir?
I think those tights are real pretty. I'm wondering why you need the reptilian image in the ring.
Again, it's back to making someone else think of something else.
Why are you called Jake the Snake? You have a...
Well, you know, a friend, they say, is something you can count on, which is something I don't believe because I have no friends. Because a friend, you see, is the worst enemy you can have because you trust that person. If you don't trust anyone, then they can't hurt you. A snake is something that you look at, you smile at, you think it's okay. But the snake turns right around and snakes you. When you least expect it, so quietly, moving so sleek, so quiet. That's why people fear snakes. So they don't understand them. You know, it's a shame people can't do one thing that snakes do, and that's shed skin. A lot of it.
Well, we thank you for joining us on TNT. Jake the Snake. Stay with us. We'll have more TNT. Coming back at you will be Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Back with more TNT, and Jake the Snake has parted, thank goodness, along with his snake.
Strange person.
He is relatively
really?
eccentric. He's most unusual.
Oh, really? Terrified me with that snake. Fancy licking it. Yeah, I wonder what it tastes like.
We could... Somebody asked Jake to bring the snake back, and you could find out, Alfred. No? No.
Not for me.
Would you please welcome our next guest, one of the greats in the World Wrestling Federation today, the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. You didn't bring any dragons with you.
I'm looking for one, though.
Oh, please, no.
They're hard to find. Some of them buggers can get pretty big.
Yeah, I'll say. Let's snake or something else again. It's the Dragon Ricky Steamboat against Hercules Hernandez, and that match emanates from that extraordinary card in Los Angeles as part of WrestleMania. Hernandez thus far undefeated. Here we have two complete divergent styles, Rick. How do you compare yourself with Hernandez?
Oh, he's bigger, he's stronger. His wrestling style is very unorthodox. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to try and rely on my quickness and some of my strength. There may be a test of strength between the two of us in that match. You know, Hercules Hernandez is coming to this area, and like you said, he's undefeated. But I'm doing fairly well myself.
You might say that.
Feel good.
I'm sure. As a matter of fact, we're going to take a look at Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in action, squaring off against Barry O. Let's take you now to videotape for a little close-up look.
Dragon turning things around here. Whoa, slam for Barry O. Watch out, hip lock, no, reversal. Barry O blocked that, counter. Oh, look at this move. Sneaks up over the top, and now the hip lock. Whoa, what a deep arm drag. And another one.
I will say this, Gorilla, nobody gets in any deeper or any harder on an arm drag than Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Maybe that's why he got the name Dragon, from them arm drags.
Well, I think that, and along with so many martial arts that he does, and does them so well. Look at this move. Tremendous reversal there. Nice leapfrog high in the air, and another one. And a drop kick right and a kisser. And Dragon comes back again with that very, very well patented arm drag. Sinks it in deep. A dangerous move a guy pulls out on you there, Jess.
Oh, yeah.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat doing a tremendous job here in the World Wrestling Federation.
Steamboat into the ropes from Barrio. Ducks the big clothesline. Drop down. Steamboat over the top. Uh-oh, whoa. Hung himself up on the ropes, Gorilla.
Barrio sending him out now. Doesn't want him in there, and right down to the floor. Luckily, he hung onto that bottom rope. Still, he raked that lower kidney area right across the ring apron. Boy, that'll take the starch out of you.
Well, that's the problem when you use them high-flying tactics in there, Gorilla. If you get caught, you're wide open.
If you don't have them under control, they can be devastating. But Guts personified that man right there. So, uh-oh, look out. Suplex bringing him in the hard way. Well executed. Nice timing there.
We could get a big upset here.
Oh, look at the cover, though. Haphazardly covered him, Jess.
He should have hooked that leg. He had a chance there. Barrio had a definite chance for a major upset.
Golden opportunity for the Las Vegas. Didn't take advantage of it. Wow. Used a handful of hair there, rammed him down. Might have knocked him out a little bit. No. Dragon able to kick out. I'm sure he's got some cobwebs going in there right now. In for the ride. No, reversal. Oh, what a reverse knife edge coming out of the corner. I think the Dragon hurt himself, Jess, on that bump over the top rope.
He may have, he's limping in there, but he's also fired up.
Wow, the adrenaline is flowing in the body of the Dragon, and 2 karate shots sends Barrio down to the canvas. Wow. Those kind of shots make me glad I'm retired, Jess. Look out, atomic drop coming up.
They make me glad I'm sitting here just watching.
Dragon going to work now, making Barrio pay the price. Dragon got so many things in his arsenal that he can put you away with. Look at that. Beautiful maneuver. Dragon out to the outside. Climbing high atop the top rope. It's a long way down. You don't want to make a mistake here. Barrio not sure where he is. Whoa, what a high crossbody. Hooks the leg. He got 3.
Super. A lot of the moves you make are very, very risky as far as from a wrestling standpoint, especially the last one we just saw. But I guess really, if you're going to be one of the greats, one of the top wrestlers in the world, then you have to take those risks, don't you?
You take a risk every time you climb into the ring, and that's from the beginning.
Yes, but you take more risks than most other wrestlers, many, because it's really, really dangerous. That maneuver that we just saw a moment ago. I mean, if you miss, it could be curtains for you.
Well, I've missed a few guys, and I've had, guys that have been able to get out of the way or duck or something like that, and I've had, I don't know how many countless times my ribs separated because of coming down on the mat like that, or cracked my ribs, or torn ligaments and the floating ribs, especially down the bottom. That you made a point. I do take a risk, but there are a lot of other wrestlers in the wrestling business that do take risks utilizing the top ropes. One of them, the current Intercontinental Champion, Randy Savage, climbs a lot.
Sure, the ropes.
Sure.
Yeah.
High danger point.
Yes, there's a lot.
Alfred was, let's see, I don't think Alfred got on the bottom rope. He stood on the bottom rope one time. That's as high as Alfred ever got.
And I fell off that too.
Yes. Had a nosebleed from the height, right?
Yes, vertigo.
I heard in his day that he was one time a judo champion.
That's right.
That's right. Sorry state of affairs.
Difficult to believe.
No.
In any event, we'd like to wish you the very best of luck in your matchup in WrestleMania against
Hercules Hernandez.
Hercules.
Yes. It'll be the first time that him and I will tangle.
Yes.
And it'll be a true test, another true test.
They're always lined up one after the other, test after test.
That's right.
Thanks for joining us, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, with Big John Studd and a word about the Battle Royal. All right, our next guest is considered by many, especially himself, to be considered a giant in professional wrestling, and he is part of the upcoming WrestleMania that'll take place on Monday night, April 7, and he'll be a part of the event emanating from Chicago, along with Nikolai Volkov in a flag match against Corporal Kirshner, the fabulous Moolah defending her ladies championship against Velvet McIntyre, the tag team title matchup, the Bulldogs will face Valentine and Beefcake with 2 referees in that one. And then the Battle Royal, which has to be the most unusual Battle Royal, I guess, in the history of wrestling. Let me read you the participants. There will be 20 of them. Over the top rope is the process of elimination until one lucky man stands alone is the victor. The participants are from the World Champion Chicago Bears, the Super Bowl champions, the Refrigerator, William Perry, along with Too Tall Jones from the Dallas Cowboys, former All-Pro defensive end. Then we have the Iron Sheik, along with Russ Francis, another All-Pro defensive end. He plays for San Francisco now, formerly with New England. 705-pound bench press record holder, Ted Arcidi. Harvey Martin, formerly All-Pro, formerly with the Dallas Cowboys. Wrestling's living legend, Bruno Sammartino, is going to be in that one. And also Bill Fralick, offensive guard, sometimes very offensive, from the Atlanta Falcons, as Rookie of the Year his first year. And as a matter of fact, more important than that, as far as I'm concerned, this year made the All-John Madden team. Also on hand, both members of the Hart Foundation, the Anvil Jim Neidhart, along with Hitman Bret Hart, and then Jimbo Jim Covert, offensive tackle for the Bears. Also, both Killer Bees in this, 286-pound Hillbilly Jim, 287-pound King Tonga, Danny Spivey, he's about 270, Mr. USA Tony Atlas, along with Canadian heavyweight champion Dino Bravo, and last but certainly not least, the 7'4" and now 500, his recent weighing 511 pounds of Andre the Giant. With all that in mind, we left out one person. Our next guest, Big John Studd. Always have to lay him in, don't you, Mr. Studd? It was
That's a funny thing. Every time I come out here, there gets more and more guys get in that ring.
Well, I'll tell you what, you maybe think you're going to be seeing double when you get into Chicago with that Battle Royal.
It kind of looks like that Battle Royal they're going to have in Chicago, huh?
Can you imagine?
Except there's something wrong here.
What's that?
You see on this little thing you have here.
Oh, there's you. Look, there's you caught in the ropes. I see that. Now what happens?
It's not going to be that way.
It won't be that way?
No, it's not going to be that way.
What if Refrigerator Perry picks you up and...
Hey, I tell you what, Vince, I've seen Refrigerator Perry in the gym. Now, I don't want to disillusion anybody, and I don't know what you think of this guy, but he spent 1 hour leaning against the wall, holding up the wall. That was his workout. You think I'm sweating the refrigerator? He's going to be in a deep freeze when I'm finished with him.
All right, well, we'll take you now to some footage. This is another member in the Battle Royal. Some footage here on Russ Francis. You may know Russ. Here we go now. Here's a good shot at Russ, all-around athlete. This man swims, a great swimmer. Here he is skydiving, something
that should help him in the Battle Royal when he goes over the top rope. That's going to really help him.
Well, he won't have as far to fall, but nonetheless, it'll be concrete.
The landing will be a little harder.
And he certainly won't have a parachute.
But he'll have some help from me.
You think so?
I'll be pushing him over that top rope or tossing him into the third row. They must be talking about, they're not talking about that skinny little guy.
He's incredible. I bet he's good at everything. I bet he is.
He might be good at everything. He might be good at Battle Royals. Russ, of course, not only All-Pro with the San Francisco 49ers, but Russ has donned the wrestling tights before and elected to go into pro football. Here's a little bit more footage now, a little parachuting from Hawaii. And again, here's an all-around athlete. I wonder if you would have the mobility and agility of a Russ Francis.
You know, McMahon, now Russ Francis has shown us a lot. Now we see him jogging up and down the beach. And it's no secret Russ Francis has had wrestling boots on. But we don't see any tapes of him in the ring. Does that tell you something? He might be good on the beach. He might be able to jump out of an airplane. He might be able to swim. He might be able to catch a football, although we didn't see him catching any footballs in any of the tapes there. But you know, I mean, there's nothing impressed me.
No?
Nothing. I mean, he hasn't done anything.
When you stand 6'10", actually There is going to be one other, Too Tall Jones, I believe, is 6'10",
Oh, that's
6'10",
good,
isn't he?
good. Too Tall Jones. You know, when it comes down to this, I'm really impressed, and I'd like to shake somebody, whoever put this battle royal together, I'd like to shake their hand, because it's going to be like King of the Mountain, and we've gone out and we've gotten all the big men in professional sports, and the only other big men there are is big football players. You got big wrestlers and big football players, and you got skinny basketball players and skinny little baseball players and whatever. Golfers, they're not worth much, and tennis players are worth even less. Now we got all these big men out here, and it's going to come down in this battle royal. It's going to come down like this, Vince. The last 2 men in the ring are going to be John Studd and Andre the Giant.
I doubt that very seriously.
That's the only reason I'm in this battle royal. I'm not impressed by football players, and I'm not impressed by Froelich, and I'm not impressed by Perry or anybody else. I'm impressed by Andre the Giant, because he's the only one walking around here that can also claim that he's a giant.
We thank you for joining us and wish you luck.
Hey, I got a lot more to
royal.
say. Do I really have to leave? Why'd you let me stay another hour?
We'll just sit right there. We'll be right back. All right. One last reminder about your opponents in the Battle Royal in Chicago: William Refrigerator Perry, Iron Sheik, King Tonga, Andre the Giant, Too Tall Jones, Big Jim Covert, Tony Atlas, Ted Arcidi, Danny Spivey, Bruno Sammartino, Bill Freilich, Harvey Martin, Pedro Morales are also the Hart Foundation, and Big Russ Francis. And you think that you're going to take the
Hey, you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to bring my $15,000 and let one of those football players have a chance to slam me. How about that?
Really?
Yeah, I have my $15,000 there. Let's see if somebody can add. I'm going to add a little extra to that battle royal.
By the way, the guest referee in this Battle Royal
who
is
is it?
Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus.
Right.
Who was he?
What
did he do? Oh, I didn't tell you the other day, Dick was in Pittsburgh, and I was in Pittsburgh, and he came down, and he said, please don't hurt my little cubs that are going to be in this battle royal.
Thank you for joining us. Next week on TNT, Hulk Hogan will join us, along with the Macho Man Randy Savage, the Bulldogs, Captain Louis Albano, Greg Denver Valentine, Bill Freilich,